is Trittany, and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we can all be the rulers of our own kingdom that we call life. And this is the pick a pile reading to see what your current energies are, essentially. And I have been gone for a while, so please bear with me. I have really appreciated all of you who have still continued to subscribe to my channel, as I've taken a little bit of like a summer vacation, if you will, to really work and focus in on my own energies, to draw in some new collectives as well. So if it's your first time here, welcome. You know how YouTube works. You like, you subscribe, and you comment if you feel compelled to. And when you do subscribe to my channel, over on the community page, you can vote on what videos I post next. Usually if I know ahead of time, I'll be recording. I throw out a couple of topics. You're always free to share in the comments what it is that you're looking for in a reading, and I will be glad to post those. So thank you guys all so much, and I'm going to go ahead and shuffle on camera. You're free to click those timestamps, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, collective number 1, if you chose the first pile, we are going to start with your oracle cards, and then based off the energetic signature of this pile, I will intuitively be selecting a tarot deck to perhaps clarify a lot of this energy. So we're going to actually flip over all of our cards first, which is not really like me, but I'm definitely feeling like trying new methods of going about readings, and it's just very spontaneous, so I'm not too sure how this is all going to fit yet. Let me figure it out. There we go. Okay. There. All right, so collective number 1, let's take a look at your cards. We have number 26, Insight, which is the third eye chakra. We have Diligence, Center and Ground, Red Clover, the Omega Dragon, and I will go over what these cards are really saying. Detective, number 41, Imagination, the Initiation, Rite of Passage, you are somewhere sacred, and number 11, Victory. A lot of blue and purple energies are coming through here with the third eye chakra, the crown chakra as well. So those could be really pinpointing areas that are very much so active in your life right now. So with the first card being the crown chakra, the third eye, with this number 26, Insight, adds up to an 8. So this is really heightened intuition. Maybe you guys are feeling like you're picking up on things before they're happening. You know, you're just really in tune with the cycles of your life going on. You can kind of anticipate other people's direction, maybe even your own. Maybe you're planning and scheming for your own future, which I definitely feel like is coming through with all this third eye chakra energy. So it's very contemplative, especially with this detective card that came out. The light attribute says, great powers of observation and intuition desire to seek out the truth. So maybe you guys have been studying picking up books again lately, really engaging in any kind of educational value that you hold, any kind of interest that you have, and really diving in and delving into those fine details. I feel like you guys are really good at noticing the details. Perhaps you're someone who studies really well. Maybe you're not a natural gifted learner, and instead you really have to put your head inside the books, and really put your head down and focus. And I feel like you guys are doing that really well. Perhaps it's allowing you to kind of escape a certain part of your life, which is absolutely okay. Maybe you're having to do less of something else and more of what's right in front of you, and I feel like that's okay with you guys right now. And this is also meant to be how your person or people are viewing you. They see that you are very wise beyond your years. You're very insightful. You're a really clear communicator. And it's almost like you're really able to get your point across. And also, you could be a really good tutor or teacher, even if you don't feel confident in those abilities. I feel like because you guys have such a deep understanding of whatever it is at hand, that you're able to share that. Now, with this diligence card, this talks about having to kind of leave the fields for a while, kind of let things grow wild or die out, so to say, before the new harvest can begin. It's talking about cycling fields, so there may be like an off year just to allow the soil to regenerate and heal itself. And a lot of you guys could be separating yourselves from certain situations, certain peoples, but it's not out of like a sense of abandonment either. It's just that you're kind of regrouping yourself. And in that same action, you're trying to envision who it is that you want to become, how you're wanting to shape yourself in this given moment. And I feel like because that third eye chakra is so open, that you're really aligning into more of your higher calling in life, or maybe you are trying to seek out the truth of what it is that is calling you right now. I do sense that you guys are very much so on your correct path. We have this number 11, victory, here. So you guys are definitely doing something right. You could be leaving past relationships, past energies that just no longer serve you, especially with that diligence. Okay, just letting the old die out and recollecting yourself before you regroup. And with the center and ground red clover here, a lot of these cards that are coming through, because we're so much in our upper chakras in this collective, it seems like you're trying to really, at the same time, pace yourself. And if you're constantly go, go, go right now, this could be a really, really good time to sit down and slow down, prioritize your time and your energy. And I feel like other people are viewing you the same way, that you could be very, very much so in your headspace and in your emotions, but at the same time, you're a little bit disconnected, which is, it seems like it's in a very healthy manner as well. You could be putting relationships on the back burner, and that's not even in a bad way. When you're putting stuff, prioritizing, your own energies, maybe your relationships are going well, so you don't have to focus as much energy and concern in those areas, which for this pile, that's kind of what I'm picking up. But people see you as very driven, very focused, and very discerning with when to take a step back. When do you need that break, that mental vacation? And people could see you as a little bit aloof even. Like, yes, you are very focused, but then at the same time, it's like you say something very, very precise, and everyone else starts conversing about it, but then you just kind of check out and let other people do with it what they will. So people find it a little bit mysterious how you're very intriguing and insightful, but at the same time disconnected. With this detective card, great power of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. I feel like you really bring this out in other people too. You make them question more, you make them dive deeper into their own subconscious, and I feel like you've been spending a lot of time there, and that could be why you kind of want to nitpick other people in a helpful, insightful manner. Now, these are all oracle cards, okay? So these are very broad messages. We will get into the tarot to get more of the details. And with this Omega Dragon, harness the divine feminine power of creation. It says, intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. Again, there's a real sense of leveling up here. And I feel like that could come to some challenge of authority that you guys could have with other people in your lives, other energies that could be dominating your day-to-day life. You could be putting those things aside, putting them in a box, only giving them a certain amount of attention or time and space, which is very much so validated and can serve you very well with the center and ground, that prioritizing energy. And at the same time, it's almost like distance makes the heart grow fonder. Perhaps there's an activity or hobby that you've just really been grinding your gears for, and it's almost like you take a step back just to kind of allow the time and space to grow the energy. I mean, I've taken almost 2 months away from the channel to kind of do the same thing, to really allow time and space for the heart to grow fonder. And clarifying all of that creational energy, we have number 41, imagination, which is purple, crown chakra energy. Says, imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. I feel like a lot of this knowledge and this overall insight is coming very, very naturally to you, pile number 1. You guys are very open, very receptive, considerate towards others, and this sense of this visual perception is allowing you to absorb other people, other energies very quickly, and also is allowing you to manipulate them in a very positive way, where you're gaining access to maybe a lot of creative inspirations. Maybe you've always been like a visual learner, like I said earlier, and now maybe auditory learning is speaking more to you, quite literally. Maybe you're listening to audiobooks or listening to, seminars or whatever it is, classes, and maybe listening helps you process things better, or reading it for yourself, or incorporating it and experiencing it hands-on. Whatever kind of learner you are, I feel like you're also expanding those abilities to help you absorb and also manipulate those in positive ways. Now, the initiation says, rite of passage, you're going somewhere sacred. And again, speaking to that leveling up energy, especially with all this higher chakras, you guys are really taking yourself onto the next level successfully, whether that's in your career, your spiritual development, your emotional growth and maturity, and there's just a huge sense of evolution in your guys' pile so far. Now, working with it to stay grounded, I feel like you guys are so much in your head that you could act very hastily, you could act before thinking, you could speak before thinking, because you are so sure of how you're viewing things and what it is at face value. You could just approach it directly. So just make sure you're taking your time to investigate, to channel more of this detective energy. Really thinking about other people's points in perspective or values. And I feel like this is no issue for you guys either, to be able to really be considerate of those other factors with all of this crown chakra energies. And I feel like there are quite a bit of people viewing you guys, but you are a little bit reserved right now in your energies. But you're all doing your own thing, and you got the victory card, so you guys are on the right path. This is a very big shift for you in life right now, or at least this moment in time is very significant with what you are allowing yourself to absorb visually on social media, online, physically in front of you. And for a lot of you too, it's like if there's something that you're viewing that you're really aspiring for, you are trying to achieve and obtain certain goals, it's making sure to take the baby steps, to make sure that you're looking at the details, the financial plan, the 4-year plan, really focusing on those details, not getting so caught up in the excitement and getting ahead of yourself, which it looks like, you're very much so playing in that energy. You're going in the right direction, just make sure you don't miss your first bus stop, okay? And now, since we kind of got all that broad messages, all of this kind of really connected very well, I'm going to pull some tarot cards and get some more details for you guys. And I chose the Everyday Witch Tarot. I'm not too sure, I don't have the case nearby for who the author is, but the Everyday Witch Tarot will pull a couple of tarot cards just to clarify your guys' energies and how either your person or your people are viewing you. And I feel like a lot of people want to know where you are and what you are doing. You guys are definitely playing it safe. And I feel like that's just because you're so focused on your goals right now and who you are in this moment. But you're feeling very inspired, and it's almost like there's a kindling fire going on. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is like my recipe card. Oh, if I could grab it. Now, you know what it is that you want for dinner, okay? You know what you want to cook. You just gotta know how much of what ingredient goes into this recipe so that you can get the outcome that you are wanting and deserving of. This is really hardworking energy. And also very witchy vibes. You could be looking into more of your own shadow work. And I feel like that's just also because you're so much in your upper chakras that your flaws, or what you view to be your flaws with this detective, make sure that you aren't nitpicking at yourself, and that rather you're turning that nitpicking precision energy more outwardly into like your own creative endeavors or like your personal practices. Because with this overactive crown and third eye chakra, we can become very self-analytical, very harsh on ourselves about how far we are right now. Maybe all of those things that we missed out on with this diligence card, things that we, maybe stopped or discontinued. And it could be hard for us to get back in touch with those energies. But I'm getting more of that recipe message where you guys are just really trying to figure out what all goes together to get your desired outcome right now. And with the Temperance card, this is all about balance and all about timing. Temperance is the fix-it angel. Yes, you may not get it right now or when you're expecting, but the Temperance is all about being patient and being balanced within this moment. There's a lot coming through about cooking and eating. I'm getting heart-healthy foods. For some of you, you could be a really good cook. And if you're not a great cook, maybe you take people out to like all the best foodie places. Like you know where to get a great, home-cooked meal at the finest restaurants. But then you also know where to get that fast, delicious, instant gratification kind of fries and shake vibe. And you're finding maybe really good balance of what things are worth waiting for and what things are best to have right now. Almost like if you don't take the chance right now, it's like you're never going to get that opportunity again. It's being able to use that discernment to be able to grasp what's right in front of you, but also knowing when to hold them and when to fold them, okay? We're going to get a couple more cards. You guys, like, seem so... It's people think that on the outside that you are just absolutely perfect, okay? I'm just going to say it. If there's one person in mind with this center and ground, this heart card, they definitely have the feelings for you, and I feel like that's almost even not in your main concern right now. You're definitely more focused on your own energies and your own goals, which is absolutely inspiring. But also, people who are viewing you or have their eyes on you are just absolutely smitten. And these people, they may want to take this for their own in the given moment, so don't be surprised if someone just, you know, really slides into your DMs right now and just, hey, beautiful. Take that for how you like it, but people could definitely make just sudden moves towards you. But I feel like there could be one person in particular that is aligning with your energies and the energies that would suit you most right now. People who are willing to wait. You know, maybe you just need a couple of days to yourself. Maybe you're still indecisive about certain decisions. And I feel like there's one person who completely understands this energy. Don't let them push you. And don't push yourself either. Remember, we need to kind of like take it a little bit slow and really look at the details, the small fine print for you guys. I'll get a couple more cards here. We have the Three of Wands and the Sun card. Yes, you guys have a lot of upcoming things. Either something really big in your life just happened, or there's something that you're really looking forward to. Maybe you're moving to a new location with all this third eye chakras, this diligence, you know, really taking flight, leaving the nest. Yes, you may return, maybe unless you're like permanently relocating. But with the Three of Wands, there's a lot of positive energy that you are actually reclaiming. So if you feel like there's any past situations that held you back, and I feel like that's kind of where this distance is coming from in the Victory here, you guys are really breaking old cycles. So there's a lot that you're letting go of from the past, and this all looks like a lot of opportunities, positive, high vibrational energy that is flowing more into your space. You're just trying to figure out more on how to craft it into your own personal energies. You're doing phenomenal, and you're taking your time, hopefully. And with the Sun card, this is very passionate Leo energy. Oh my gosh, there's a huge spider in the corner of my room. Very, very big spider. We're just gonna leave him there. I feel like other people are viewing you, again, with this wisdom, this wiseness that's coming through. It's coming from a lot of experience. I feel like you guys could have put yourself either accidentally or, you know, maybe your perception at the time was much different of your situation that could have got you in a tough spot. But I feel like as you've grown through these energies, people are really starting to see your energies shine super bright with the Sun card, all this blue and purple energies. Ooh. People will see you and they're like, that's someone who has learned the in and outs of also their own energies, but in turn has learned a lot about other people. I think that others view you as a very go with the flow, open person. A lot of people are drawn to your energies, especially people who may not even know you personally. And I just don't feel like this pile is as relationship focused. So if that's, what you're kind of searching for, you might want to choose a different pile, or at least go to one of my other videos that result in like relationship readings. But you guys are absolutely on track. You shouldn't be doing much self-questioning or self-doubt. And if you do find yourself in those energies with this detective card, if you're being over analytical, if you're being what is the word? Y'all, if I could think of some words that are coming through, if you're doing that energy of just nitpicking yourself, we'll leave it at that. Try to turn it more outward. Try to turn it into something that is more productive, that's going to help you craft your energies into where you're trying to go. Because I feel like you guys are very solution oriented right now, is what I'm saying. So don't let yourself get too caught up in what the problem is or what caused this. Yes, it is essential to do a little bit of that shadow work when you really have to face the problem at its core. But right now, you have so much forward moving momentum, and I would say let that carry you forward. And I feel like you guys are already in the process of releasing whatever is in your past, that you are completely open to this Sun card right here. And there's no other way to have that. This is I feel like kind of like a general, of course, a general reading. But if you just needed that validation, like I do sometimes, that you are on the right track, don't be too hard with yourself. It seems like, relationships, you may need a breather from them. Perhaps you need a break from just other things that you've been exhausting your body, your time, your energy on. And really go more into your creative abilities, your intuitive abilities, whatever, given talents that you may have, or things that just interest you. And talent, I'm getting a lot of Bob Ross energy here. So this is also something that, what did they say? Talent is not necessarily a God-given gift. Talent is something that can be nurtured, with everyday hard work, consistency, and practice. And I feel like you guys are really feeling yourself like you could fit really well into routine right now, or at least trying to build that for yourself. And you can really harness a lot of great things right now if you put the time and energy how to incorporate that into your everyday living. A lot of you guys could be focusing in on your mental, your spiritual and physical health with this Eight of Pentacles and Temperance. They are both very health-driven cards. And if you find yourself falling into previous habits, I feel like you guys could have taken some time away. And even if you did fall back into old habits, I feel like it's not meant to be permanent either. There's a lot of resolute energy here. You guys are achieving and overcoming with the victory, and you're definitely on a path to either somewhere new or you're hitting the next level in your spiritual development. And we still hit those bumps because they're meant to continue challenging us. So what I was trying to say with routine, building routine, I feel like there's been a very big shift in your day-to-day life. You guys have really gone with the flow quite successfully. You could be changing what you're cooking or the looks that you're serving every day. You're trying to be more true and honest to yourself, and in the same time getting to know more about yourself in the here and now. You guys could be rejoining family or taking a break away from those personal connections as well. A lot of you could be welcoming someone new into your life, whether that is a newborn or if it's just a new friend, a new companion. I'm seeing a lot of that. you guys are just really ready to move forward. And I completely support that. This is your validation if you were looking for it. This was meant to be, I'm not too sure what kind of reading these were supposed to be. If this is just your current energies, how other people are viewing you, or one person in particular. People are seeing you, again, very forward focused, future oriented. What kind of home space, environment, what kind of energetic aura are you bringing forward to the table? How are you showing up? And it's very high vibrational, very successful in overcoming your previous challenges. And now you're just kind of like, what's next for me? I feel like you guys are on that inner search. And you know what? I'm just not picking up on it. I feel like it's different for everyone else. If you want to know what your next calling is in life, go ahead and let me know, and I'll be happy to do a personal reading for you guys to really tap into what it is that's individually calling you right now. So, pile number 1, great job. You're on the right track. I don't need to keep saying it, but you guys are doing so well, and you have so much more coming to you right now. You're definitely shifting into an alignment with your given gifts right now. So keep on going forward. Be patient with yourself and with others. Definitely look into the details of your goals, because there could be a couple of things that you might miss or overlook. And don't be too judgmental of yourself. I feel like there's a lot of things that perhaps could use work in your life right now that require creative solutions, and trying to stay solution oriented rather than problematically driven. And I feel like you guys are staying away from the drama. You could be taking breaks from social media. You're very much so in your own energies. And perhaps you're even a little bit disconnected from others. And some people may be wondering where it is that you are right now and what it is that you're doing. But you're kind of concocting your own little recipe for what it is that you need in life right now. And you could be looking up what it takes to build what you want. So, congratulations, collective number 1. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this resonated. It feels like a really general pile, so maybe not a lot of people picked pile number 1. And if you feel like this is somewhat clicking with you or not, go ahead, select another pile. And y'all know what the drill is. You can like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you next time. Hello, collective number 2. If you chose the second pile, this is your reading. We're going to start off with the general oracle cards first, and then I will tap into more of the precise details with some tarot cards. And after we see the energy of these cards, I will pick the deck. So I have so many, and I want each pile to have its own energetic signature, if you will. And I will be flipping all of these oracle cards over first before we step into the tarot, which is a little bit different than how I usually do it, but we are looking for change here. So, collective number 1, let's see what cards you have. We have number 34, capacity to love. Adds up to a 7, green, heart chakra energy. We have silver dragon, illuminates your potential with higher light. Access untapped resources, look into your soul, see higher possibilities. We have healing, chaos, very, very strong energy. We have just be, oats. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Ancient civilization, starseed energies, Atlantis energies. We also have number 16, also compounds down to a 7, so it's 2 7s here. Orange, sacral chakra energies, joy, as I do will, so mote it be, let joy and light radiate from me. We also have child divine out here. And this did come out in the reverse, so we will acknowledge that later. And we have number 31, self-study. There's a lot of self-defense energy here. And a lot of shadow work with this healing chaos in the Lemuria. I could be pronouncing that wrong. Let me know in the comments. This is, fallen civilization. So there is a very large piece of you guys, or perhaps, things of your past that are really being worked on and healed. Maybe there's even something that happened recently that you are recovering from. This could be physical trauma, mental, emotional, spiritual trauma, stuff that you accumulated in this life or even in past lives. So if you are dealing and working through a lot that really has no rhymer, I don't know if that's the word, real explanation. If you can't pinpoint, what is bringing on this lower vibrational, deep, heavy energy around you, it could be linked to the past lives, okay? So first off, with this capacity to love, you guys are just rolling with the hits, pile number 2. So you guys aren't letting anything really keep you down for long. And it's very admirable that when you are feeling these heavier energies or sorrow, remorse, anything like that, you are actually fully facing it, acknowledging it, really working through that healing process in an amazing way. You guys are not letting the darkness stop you guys from shining, okay? And other people are seeing that too. They could be seeing that maybe you're dealing with a lot right now underneath the surface, but overall, you are still very approachable, very bubbly, and very just open and loving. It's great. With the silver dragon here, the access untapped resources, look into your soul, see higher possibilities. This silver dragon is very, very powerful, and I feel like this is almost like you're really connecting with your spirit guides, or maybe you have certain angels guided meditations. I don't know why that came out. You guys could have certain like gurus and other people that you're really looking up to that are helping you move through these energies more consciously, or even accessing your own higher self to understand what is making you feel these emotions and how to work through them, what works best for you in your healing process. And with the oats, just be, this is a very zen card. So you guys could be, again, doing more guided meditations. You could be journaling. You could be not doing anything other than, acknowledging and moving through this energy organically. You're just letting things be. I feel like you guys aren't being very reactive or overly reactive to certain triggers that you could be facing right now. That could be a huge accomplishment for you guys. Maybe in the past you didn't really match your reactions to what was going on, or maybe you just felt like you didn't act appropriately in those situations. Right now, you're just approaching it very steadily and very much so at peace, especially with any kind of endings or any kind of bumps in the road that you've been facing. I feel like, yes, you felt those emotions, and now you're still moving forward. You're figuring out what you can do to bring on the next day. And with this number 16, joy, this is very challenging, and I feel like a lot of you guys are choosing to be joyous, to be happy, to live the next day and not let one bad thing in your day ruin the rest, okay? And this is very, very challenging. I wish I had this ability more than I have right now. I let one thing kind of throw me off balance. So you guys are doing really well at rolling with the punches, like I said, and just letting certain chaotic people or situations, just letting them be and taking the higher road. I feel like you guys have a lot more emotional maturity to you now than maybe you did in the past, or maybe you have more of that intellectual insight and maturity than other people who could be trying to cause a little bit of shake in your foundation at the moment. Now, this Child Divine card did come out in the reverse. And in the shadow attribute, it says an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. And I feel that in your past, you could have been subject to other people's chaotic, lower vibrational energy, maybe in your childhood, or maybe just, in your relationships, there could have been, I'm hearing very empathetic energies, that you guys could be really strong empaths, of course, with the Lemuria and the oats and this absolute openness of your heart chakra. You're someone who will almost even take on other people's pain, also because you could have wished, perhaps when you were younger or in other parts of your life, where you were in such a deep, dark place and you were carrying a lot, that all you could have wanted is someone to help you through that, to help carry the weight. And I feel like you do that for other people because you know how stressful it can be. So you could be overworking yourself or overextending your time, energy, your space. But with the empath energy is when we are just so in touch and in tune with our own energies, and we're able to see that in other people, you could pick up on other people's energies really easily, that unintentionally you can absorb some of their energy as well. So that could require a little bit of boundary work going on here. And I feel that you guys are just, you're so ready to move on that I feel that you're finally making peace with whatever demons you may have. We don't need to take that literally, but with the 31 self-study, you guys were always kind of like your own mentor. I'm getting that there could be, one person who helped guide you and helped build you into who you are, but you kind of always had to be there for yourself. And so I feel like in turn, you always want to show up for other people. This is just a lot of orange and yellow. I don't know if you can really pick up on this. This is solar, sacral, a little bit of root chakra energy. And then we have a lot of blues up here and a lot of greens, throat chakra energy, heart chakra. It's very much so in alignment. Perhaps some of you could be spending some time around children, and I'm sensing for some of you it's not even like your own children. It could be like your niece, your nephew, just some kid at the grocery store that waves at you or does something spontaneous, and it just kind of like, it helps heal a part of you, either from like your childhood, or it could be help healing your inner child. A lot of that shadow work is coming through. You guys are definitely working through a lot, and I feel like because it's like raw emotion and feeling, that you almost want to experience it with other people, because of course what caused this more shadow work energy had other people involved with it. And now that you could be reliving it, working it, reworking it, or working through it, you could need some assistance in filling out those roles so you can help heal it. And you could be reversing those roles as well. But you guys have a really healthy view towards yourself and towards your own energy. And at least this is your higher self saying that, you have a really good relationship with yourself. You have the ability to heal a lot of things within you with this self-study. You can choose to be the own hero or the own ruler of your own kingdom in this lifetime. And you guys are making in real time intentional choices and decisions to not let these lower vibrational energies bring you down. Instead, there is a real sense of acknowledgement in finding the solution. And if it's just one thing, or if there's several things, you guys are just letting them be and really moving on in a mature fashion. I feel like there's a lot of family ties that you could be breaking, like family habits, addictions. Whew. Very, very powerful. Well, we will go ahead and select a tarot deck. Yes, these are very broad messages. They are all oracle cards, so I will choose a deck and we'll get some more details here. So I chose the Tarot Mucha deck, and we will go ahead and pull a couple of tarot cards just to kind of clarify your current energies. You guys are almost even showing up like, I'm hearing, I was going to say spiritual warriors with this very aggressive card, but then I got corrected and it was spiritual conservationist or spiritual conservers. And I feel like that really connects to the empath energy where you're able to pick up on other people's energies, but there's a real sense of protection here. Like you want to protect other people from the same pain that you felt, or if you are feeling pain right now, you almost want to, share it with others, just, to kind of help you through that healing process. Other people may be opening up to you about their own, trauma or struggles that they're facing right now. Spirit, please give me a couple of cards to clarify collective number 2's current energies. First card that we have is the Queen of Wands. Again, that's picking up with more of this fire energy. We shifted from a lot of air and water going up on here to a lot of fire energy coming through. There's a very strong feminine presence, like being some kind of, I want to say like, I don't know why a lot of family energy is coming through, like a strong mother, grandmother, a strong aunt, sister, cousin, even that family friend that's just kind of always doing something, always overcoming a lot of obstacles that have been placed upon them. There's a sense of accepting those challenges too. Like you guys could feel very confident in yourself right now and your abilities, where you're up to any kind of challenge or any kind of challenging perspective. Could be a little bit defensive, but we also have the Hierophant, which is all about commitments, contracts. A lot of you guys could be getting creative contracts, or like, what is the term? People could be hiring you to do something that maybe is not like your own day-to-day profession. Maybe like a side gig. Some of you could be committing to your relationships, in marriage, in dating. We also have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands. There's a lot of like self-prodigy energy going on here with the self-study, the Child in reverse. I also have the Seven of Swords here, which is just someone who kind of goes off on their own venture, teaches things through their own lens and their own perspective, doesn't really ask for help. And the Queen of Wands, she's not really someone to ask for help either. And with the Hierophant, it's someone who you could have like your own method or your own recipe for whatever it may be, and you hold it very close to yourself because it has always worked for you. And I feel like if that's your own healing process, maybe it involves a lot of time alone. For some of you, you are in separation with your significant other because it didn't really come through directly in a sense, but we do have this healing chaos in the just be, where it's almost like there could be a lot of stuff or a lot of issues around you right now that don't have any clear solution, so you just kind of have to take it day by day. And that could be with your relationships. Maybe you're out of contact and they could be off for work, they could be traveling, doing whatever it is that they are, but there's still a sense of home here. And I feel like this has a lot to do with that child, the inner child. If there's anything in your past that you're trying to heal with your inner child, of course. And I feel like you always had to kind of be there for yourself. Maybe you were the one responsible for your own emotions and your own healing. So now you may be very much so independent, okay? And I feel like you take a sense of pride and joy on that, which is absolutely okay. And I feel like that's what really helps keep you in your foundation for your relationships, especially if you're going through any kind of conflict or separation, is that you're able to turn it more inward and stay confident in your own passions, in your own feelings, and not really question yourself either. There's a real sense of self-validation here. If that's what you're looking for, I'm happy to deliver. Let's see. We are also going to pull just one more card. I feel like a lot of you grew up with like single parents or parents who have could have been in several different relationships, but no one really stuck around. A lot of situations that you were not in control of at the time, and now that you could be older, you're in the driver's seat, and now when you take a look at your own personal relationships, you could be trying to rework how you function in those kinds of dynamics. And I feel like you guys are very strong and independent on your own. You got to find someone who matches that energy so you guys can both just build your kingdom together. The Four of Wands here, seen as 1111 with the wands in the background, is soulmate twin flame energies right under the Hierophant. So like if you're with someone right now, I could definitely pick up on twin flame energies because it seemed like there could be a lot of challenges. But with the Just Be Oats card here, it's still a healthy relationship. You know, use your discernment. But there are some things that require compromise. You know, with stacking rocks up here, to find that center of balance, you guys could both really gravitate towards each other and balance each other out. Just takes a little bit of fine-tuning. We also have the Hermit card ending that, and it does not surprise me one bit how inward this card is. The Virgo energy is all about self-service, community service as well. I'm getting for some of you, you could be in military relationships. Perhaps someone is off serving, bless their hearts. Or, you know, they could just be off doing whatever it is that their occupation or requirement for traveling is. But either way, it's not like you guys, I don't know why this is coming through. Whenever you feel like you're lacking, you don't try to find that in other people. You guys are really well at trying to piece together your own puzzle. You're very much so committed to yourself, your own growth, development, your passions. And I feel like that's what makes you very attractive to others as well. That because you're so good at reading yourself and what your needs are, it kind of reflects back into that trying to be that shoulder for other people to lean on. Very reliable. A lot of people are wondering what it is that you do in your spare time. I don't know why. People want to know what it is that you do when you go home or when you're home alone, which is kind of creepy, but there could just be some people wondering on how you spend your spare time, how you celebrate. A lot of people want to socially interact with you guys. I feel like you could be a little bit disconnected right now. That just kind of seems to be the energies, but you're really working through quite a bit on your own here. You've stayed committed to yourself. I'm sensing too that a lot of people would like to be your friend. With this Lemuria card coming up here, the whole ancient civilization, I mean, it wasn't just one person, okay? It was a whole community. And with all this inward facing energy, I feel like it could be hard for you to connect with others right now for whichever reason. Spirit's just saying too that you just don't have to do all of this alone. Even if you are spending a majority of your time in your own energies, reach out, find like-minded people, reconnect with old relationships as you see fit. But your guys' energies, I would say the whole rolling with the punches really puts the nail on the head. If a lot has changed for you in the last week, month, years, if you're being really reminiscent about things of your past and how you showed up for yourself, I think that can be compared to how are you showing up for yourself right now. And I feel like that's a very big contrast that you guys are looking at, perhaps in who you used to be and who you are now. There seems to be a little bit of anxiety in the present or in things in the future that you just kind of have to let settle, let things be. And if things are kind of rocky in any kind of like family relationships, personal relationships, or even with yourself, I see that things have the potential to get better with time. They are just requiring a little bit of isolation, time apart. Just like in the same way that you are showing up for yourself, you may need these certain people or situations. You might need them to sit in their own energies. And I feel like you're just so open-hearted and so caring that you would like to step forth and take on some of this weight. But that's not necessary. Use your own discernment, but it seems like everyone's kind of moving at their own pace, going inward, doing a lot of self-analyzing. And there's a really big sense here of community, but like serving other people in order to help them move forward while simultaneously healing a part of yourself. Because overall, you are your own ruler. You guys are doing phenomenal. This is a lot of, again, heavier energies are coming through for both of the collectives so far. So these are kind of broad. If you want to really pinpoint whatever it is that you're moving through, please let me know. Hit me up for a personal reading. All the information's in my description box. If you feel like this resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, you can give the video a like or a comment. And if you subscribe, you can vote on what videos I post next on my channel. So, thank you guys so much for watching Collective number 2. I will see you guys next time. Hello, collective number 3. If you chose the third pile, wow, I didn't really spread you like butter, but if you chose the third collective, this is your reading. We are going to actually take a look at the oracle cards first, which will give us a really broad perspective on the collective, and then I will intuitively choose a tarot deck to get more of the fine details. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and if you do, over on my community page, you can vote on what videos I post next and interact more with the channel. So I greatly appreciate everyone who participates in those. And collective number 3, what general energies are showing up for you guys right now? We have number 27, enlightenment, crown chakra energies, adds up to a 9. Powerful, powerful, high vibrational energies coming through. More purple, orange gold dragon from Arcturus, opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy for the future, be a guiding light. You guys are showing up as a real role model for a lot of people so far. Simplicity, messages from higher selves, angels, spirits. You could be getting signs in your physical life. You could be stumbling upon 1111, repeat numbers, stuff like that. We also have great space, raspberry, like the fruit. Oh, it says create space. I don't know what I said. We also have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Again, you guys are kind of paving the way for other people. You're being really inspirational, expressive. I'm seeing a lot of cool fashion trends. I don't know, you guys are working it. Wow. More purple. True love, come to me. True love shall come to me. As I do will, so mote it be. Number 26. Adds up to an 8. So we have 26 and 27. We also have Liberator. We'll read that one later. There's a lot on there. Which is more blue, like indigo coloring. Liberator. Again, moving forward. And number 30, superpower. Damn, pile number 3. Okay, I just had to say it because you guys are coming off very, very much so in your element. Very strong. If you are intuitive, empaths, or if you are someone who's into spiritual work, I'm seeing a lot of amethyst coming through. That could just be your overall aura right now. It's coming off as purple, pink, blue. Whew, it's a lot to take in. So, your current energies with this enlightenment card, again, you guys are really in your power. And my whole decision to do this general reading of just checking in on the energies is really to see where my collectives are at on my channel. And I'm glad to say that so far, everyone's just really stepping into their own. The past is behind us. Everyone seems to be just finishing up loose ends and really taking the next step forward, which is just awesome. I'm so proud of all you guys. If you feel like, you're still working through a lot that has been on your mind and in your space lately, this is showing that you guys are really shining through all of that. So allow yourself to be carried forward. With this orange gold dragon, that opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. This is new earth energy. Okay, if you feel like no one else around you is moving at the same pace or at the same level of vibrational energy as you, that could very much so be true. But you were planted in that soul community for a reason. And I feel like with all this purple coming through, it's that you guys are meant to open up those portals of opportunity, of self-growth and self-development. And that could very much so be in front of you right now. You guys have a really big opportunity to change yourself, to make some really important decisions of how you carry forth your energy. Very powerful. So you guys could be witches. Now, how you're using your magic has a very big potential on not only those you focus it on, but also on your own energy. So be really careful with whatever portals you are opening, with whatever spells you are casting and intentions you are setting. Double check your work, okay? Now, with this simplicity, don't overcomplicate it, okay? Your recipe could call for a lot of different things. Just make sure that they're all still drawn and connected to those energies you wish to draw forward, okay? We all know how that works for the most part. But I'm getting that there could be certain relationships, connections, or conversations, messages that you picked up on that you're not meant to read too far into. And that can happen when these chakras become overactive. We can start to become a little bit paranoid, almost, I'm getting. Now that energy could also be around you as well. With this create space, really make sure you are protecting your boundaries in wherever you are dwelling, your home. Again, I'm getting a lot of brujeria, so like for some of you who are witches, again, make sure that you're protecting your abode. If you gotta draw some sand around the house, if you gotta sage every day, do what you feel like you need to do, because I feel like there's not really, and I hope that there's not like one person, and I don't feel like there's one person that this paranoia, overactive energy is coming from. I think that this is something that's being self-inflicted. For some of you, there are groups of people, or it could be just outside influences that you are, again, reading too much into. You're letting it come into your space more than you should, or I'm getting like you're almost even like misinterpreting the message is what I'm hearing from spirit. With this, don't dim to fit in. And I feel like you could have felt like someone tried to put you in a box, or could have tried to make you feel less than. And I feel like, again, a lot of this seems self-inflicted, and I don't mean to put anyone on the spot. Everyone's situation's a little bit differently, but I feel like you are kind of almost being self-limiting. And maybe it's not even self-limitation. In the same way, I feel like this could be overactive. And I feel like when it becomes overactive, you guys are just becoming really analytical about yourself. And that's what's just kind of causing you to dim out. I feel like you're just overthinking things when it comes to yourself and your own energies around you. With that paranoia, you could feel like there's something trying to like come into your energy, and I feel like it's really just a shadow aspect of yours that you're trying to face, or it could just be a built-up of energy again. We'll move on because I feel like I'm really stuck on that message. We have this number 26, true love come to me, and I feel like you guys have a lot of love in your relationships right now. If this is your personal relationship, or if you have any just platonic relationships, they have a lot of potential love to offer to you to help heal and almost even manage a lot of this overactive energy, because I feel like you guys could be so much focused on your own abilities and your own potentials. I feel like that's where the limitation is coming through. Like, you feel like you're only able to accomplish or do so much with your abilities, that I feel like feel like there's a group. I'm getting, not a cult. I always forget what this word, a coven. There you go. With this create space, I'm getting that there's strength in numbers. And a lot of you guys could be doing a lot of self-isolation right now. That's coming through in all of the piles in different ways. I feel like your guys is coming through more so that you are just, you could be a little bit afraid. Again, you could be a little bit more paranoid to bring other people into your space. Maybe, you know, your home is very sacred to you. It is to me. That is how I feel. I'm sometimes afraid to bring people over. You could be feeling like that. Or you could be afraid to go into other people's homes or space just because like you feel like their energy of their environment just like does not sit right with you. You could be, you know, deciding whether to try somewhere new to eat. Do you go somewhere new? But like, again, maybe you're going by yourself and you are afraid that people are going to look at you and that you kind of have to, you know, hide inside of your sweater so that people aren't looking at you. Don't dim yourself just to fit in or blend in the background. You guys stand forward and stand bright, even if you're trying to hide beneath a hoodie and 2 pairs of sweatpants, okay? And people see that it's like, again, this purple energy, the pinks, very much so energetic, witchy vibes. Okay, I don't know how else to put it, but I feel like you guys are really big into fashion, or at least expressing yourself through the way that you present, you know, your hair, your makeup, your accessories, your shirts. You know, you could wear graphic tees that say stuff or mean and represent things that mean a lot to you. And I feel like you guys don't overdo it. Even if you're still doing a lot, okay, it all pulls together nicely. And it's very creative and very tasteful with this raspberry energy. People just really admire you. You guys are very, very beautiful, inside and out. Even if you still have a little bit of shadow side to you, hey, my shadow side and your shadow side, they're gonna shake hands. Okay, you guys can make new friends very easily. People are really drawn to your energy just because they see a lot of potential in you. And I feel like you're already on that ladder and people want to see you keep rising. They really do. Everyone has a lot of love for you right now. This true love, whether you're trying to attract this or not. With this liberator, people want to see you break free from your current challenges. If you're going through the works right now, people want you to break free from that. They want you to maybe step outside of your comfort zone. With this light attributes, it says freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So, again, I feel like there's a lot of you guys holding yourself back, that you're just overcomplicating, overthinking, just doing too much in one place, okay? People want you to step out of that. And the shadow attributes, this did come out in the reverse, so I will read it if it resonates with you. And it says, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So you could feel like, again, there was that question of, is this threat legitimate? Is there something coming into my space, like a darker entity or a darker energy that could really be like putting you guys on guard, really working on your protection? And it seems like, is that legitimate? I feel like for some of you, it's a lot of that shadow work showing itself in a different way. And you guys, you know, you're able to fix this. You're able to work through this energy. You are, again, on this ladder with all this purple. You guys are definitely rising. So keep working on your superpowers. Maybe working more or less, especially if you're dealing a lot with amethyst or like purple and pinks. Because of how active it is in this reading, you may need to bring yourself down back to earth. Being practical about these lower vibrational energies, these perspectives you may have of overthinking or overanalyzing parts of yourselves or others. and really work on freeing yourself. Simply as that. And this really speaks volume. And this is a general reading, so I can't really quite go into detail how this is showing up for everyone. But I'm going to read it one more time for those in the back. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. And I feel like that releasing negative thought patterns is what you guys could really be working through right now. That could be with how you are viewing and limiting yourself, even though you know to be this beautiful divine creation. You could still be thinking, well, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. I don't look this way. I don't come across this way. And I just don't get along with other people in some sort of fashion. But I'm getting that in that moment, you're kind of realizing who you are more in this lifetime as an individual. All right, I'm back. So I had to dump my SD card because it was full. And I ran into some hiccups, like my SD card got corrupt, and so I had to like reformat it. Anyways, while I was away and just kind of standing over these cards, I started to hear a song, and it was Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. And call me a hater, but I honestly really don't like Michael Jackson. And I'm just saying that's kind of the energy that's coming through, is that you guys are having a really big reflective moment. And I also got with that, Michael Jackson's really, really, really popular, but yeah, I don't have a taste for him or his music. So you guys could be very eccentric as well. Maybe you have alternative fashion and just taste in general. And you guys could be a little bit more sultry. Even if you wore all white, I mean, perhaps your eyes and just your overall essence just gives a real depth to who you are as a person. And I feel like that's why you guys probably don't stick to very much mainstream stuff. And there's a real sense of individuality, that self-isolation. I feel like you guys could practice a lot on your own with whatever kind of magic that you perform, if you will. And we're gonna draw it kind of back here. Just a lot of people really want you to open up. And a lot of people have a lot of deep love and admiration for you that they want you to elaborate on. They want you to expand on that. A lot of platonic energies coming through here with you showing up in your craft. And I feel like you've really perfected your own practices, and now it's just meant to build upon that, if you will. And if you kind of have been really in your own element, as soon as you step out, people are really going to see you with this superpower card. It's like, I'm back and I'm better than ever. And you thought you knew me before, but who I am now is a completely different person. And I feel like you guys have gone through a lot of your own dark nights of the soul and have worked through your own self-evolution by creating, your own sacred space and working with your own divine talents and abilities. So now we are going to go ahead, because I kind of lost my groove with having to do all of that. I'm going to select a tarot deck, and we'll get a couple of details for you guys. So the deck that I chose is the Manga Tarot. And we will just pull a couple of cards to get a little bit of clarification on these energies for collective number 3. So Spirit, what is the overall message and the energy for collective number 3? Give us a little bit of detail. Spirit, what is your message for collective number 3? You guys really, truly are a force to be reckoned with as well. And I feel like a lot of people feel like they're flirting with danger with you guys. Maybe you like to live a little bit on the edge as well. And that could really be what calls to you with, facing your shadow work, your inner demons. And a lot of the time too, I feel like when things do go wrong, You guys could perhaps a little bit jump to conclusions with that overactive crown chakra. We just all want answers, though. I completely understand. All right, let's get a couple of cards here for collective number 3 and their current energies. We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you guys want those answers. You know what it is that's true to you and what's not. I feel like you see through a lot of illusions, of course, when it comes to, like, again, that topic of, like, mainstreams coming through, that you're not really one to follow the crowd. You're going to really create your own endeavors. You're going to create your own path. You guys seem to be really, I'm hearing, like, softly spoken. Although you shine very, very bright and people notice you right away, you could be someone who's just a little bit more reserved in your own energies. But it's almost like you don't even know your full potentials. Other people really see it. Some people may want to shoot that down. Don't stick around that energies. But I'm getting that there's a lot of people around you that want to help you hone these skills. Yes, you may have perfected a little bit of your craft, but I feel like there's still more for you to learn, and you could be very open to this energy, because I feel like you are liberating yourself from certain self-limiting beliefs, viewpoints, dynamics in the way that you view yourself and your abilities. I don't know what is going on with my SD card, but it has been acting fool. All right, let's get a couple more cards for collective number 3. What is their current energy? Spirit for collective number 3. I'm not going to take those. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, so you guys could have a little bit of a silver tongue, so they say, where you could be really witty, really sarcastic. A lot of people find that very attractive to you. A lot of people could get nervous around you, and so that could be hard for other people to talk to you. Or even really approach you, because you are definitely showing up as this big buff, superpower, superhuman person that is a little bit like rough around the edges, but at the same time, you know, these are not just thinkers, they are doers. So if you're too much in your headspace, it could be time for you to actually take action, and don't overthink things with the Simplicity card. Don't overanalyze other people's actions, motives, and stuff like that. We also have the 4 of Pentacles. Sorry, 5 of Pentacles. Again, I'm getting this duality to you that, you know, maybe when you're out in public, you could be one way, but when you're in your own space, in your own energies, I feel like there's a little bit more of a heaviness to you with whatever it is that you're going through. You're doing it in a safe space as well with this create space. Beautifully protected. Maybe for some of you, it could be really hard. Maybe you put on a mask every day to, you know, hide what it is that you are truly feeling and working through. And so for you to be able to open up to people could be really hard. It does feel very exclusive, recluse kind of energies, spider energies. Spirit, please give me a couple more cards to clarify collective number 3's energies. This deck feels really heavy to me right now. For some of you, I'm getting that even like your heightened intuition could feel like a burden to you at some times. And we do have that overactive crown chakra, so that can, again, become a very confusing dark cloud to have our heads in. So, again, working on a lot of grounding activities. If you work with crystals, stones, any kind of healing modalities, focusing more on things that can help bring you more grounded could really help right now. And we also have the Eight of Wands again. So this did try to come out in the reverse. So in the upright, this is very fast-paced forward movement. And now in the reverse, it's something that we're definitely made to slow down with quite a bit. And I'm getting to, this is, you know, other people's energies with it could be really hard to come forward to you. But also at the same time, I feel like you're really struggling with maybe moving forward in personal relationships with others. In your relationships, I feel like on the surface level, again, things could be, you know, there's a lot of rosy energy here with this true love, come to me. I feel like you guys are surrounded by a lot of this authentic, true love, whether it's in friendship or in intimate relationships. And with the Liberator, they're just asking to, like, is it okay to, like, come forth? Is it okay for our energies to incorporate more of each other? And that can be really, really questionable for you right now. With this Five of Pentacles, it's almost like, you know, she's a little bit of afraid. She's kind of in a sorrowful energy, if you can see that. It's a little bit dark on my side. And I feel like, again, you guys are almost afraid of your own current potentials. And I feel like that's just because of how far you've made it right now. And maybe all of the heavier experiences that you've moved through. It's almost like, I don't even know if I can keep doing this. If you can keep pushing yourself forward and out of your comfort zone. It's a very big challenge for you guys right now. But you have all of these tools and abilities and all of this potential in you that take as much time as you need in the moment, using your discernment with at what kind of pace it is that you need to move forward in your relationships. Don't let other people try to push you into certain commitments. Don't make other people make you feel like you have to say things that you don't truly mean in the moment, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not sensing that this could be like how you are, but just saying stuff just to make people happy even. I'm getting that they don't want you to be inauthentic like that, or it's important for you to not let those energies pressure you into being not authentic to your true self and your true feelings right now. It's very, very important. Especially if you guys are feeling uneasy, you know, let people know that you are in question. There's no shame in that. Especially when they're showing up as such a sure, powerful energy. We still have our own self-doubts and our own self-limitations. It's a matter of if you have the strength to be honest with yourself and others about what it is that you're going through. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at right now. Give me a couple more cards for collective number 3, please, Spirit. Because a lot of people are, like, awaiting your arrival, or for you to, like, you know, step forward with something or show up in a certain way. And you could just feel like you're not ready for that yet. And that's okay. As long as you're not sitting in that for too long and you're just kind of going over and over and over things and making this crown and upper chakras overactive, you know. Being indecisive, being a little bit paranoid, distrusting. Spirit, please give me a couple more cards for collective number 3 and their current energies. Spirit, give me one more card for collective number 3. And we have the King of Wands here. Oh, if I could only just put into words how strong of an essence you guys are bringing forth to the table right now. And if you feel like you're really being pushed to your limit by Spirit right now, you guys are just breaking through. There's a lot of masculine energy coming through as well. So if you identify as a feminine, this could be something that you're working on balancing as well, because there is a certain level of harshness that you guys could be, again, you could have that quick snap of the tongue towards other people, or towards yourself. Maybe you are very quick to, downplay your own potentials, your own abilities, even your own worth. And I'm just getting that stuff's trying to be liberated from you right now. You guys are such higher vibrational beings that these small things, these small habits that you have are not in alignment with the space and the energy that you're creating for yourself right now. So it's almost like, I don't want to say you're doing it to yourself, collective number 3. Everyone's situation is different, but it's teaching you quite a bit, and it's making you uncomfortable, but you are definitely evolving, and you're becoming stronger by these challenges. And I feel that a lot of people see this around you. People who often care the most for us, that have pure intentions, can tend to push us a little bit too far too fast. And so you may need to communicate more in that direction. But also, I'm seeing a lot of potential people around you, a lot of suitors, both platonic and intimate. So if you are in the dating pool. But you guys have the new earth energy with you, this new golden age that is referenced. It says, opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. The fact that people may look for you or look to you with inspiration is that you guys are very progressive in an outward sense, but I think when it comes to more of your inner work, it's much harder for you to move at the same pace. But I feel like you guys are right on track, and with the lessons that you help teach others and just the energies that you bring to the table really help other people find out more about themselves, maybe in their own self-expression. And also, because we have the Page of Wands and the King of Wands here, both ruling passion, desires. And with the Queen of Swords, again, that Man in the Mirror song, that you help people change their ways in a very profound experience. And people really, really respect you. They honestly do. And it's not that you even have to command this respect. I feel like it's more of just like the vibrational level that you sit on, that people are able to understand and accept your downfalls, even if it's hard for you to accept them yourselves. People may see that a lot in themselves as they see in you, and for that they only admire you more. And again, I'm with this kind of paranoia energy we touched on earlier, it seems more of like a reflection, dark night of the soul type thing. And don't be too harsh on yourself. Take this stuff day by day. Do not rush it. Do not push yourself beyond your own boundaries, and don't be pushing yourself past your physical limitations either. I do think that there is a way out of this. If you feel like you are stuck in a rut with this liberator, this could be a significant person to you. It could be an activity, a hobby, whatever it may be. Reach for this energy, because I feel that it's going to definitely help you move through this Five of Pentacles. Well, this is all I'm getting for you guys, collective number 3. I did kind of rehash everything a little bit, but by God, you guys are absolutely stunning. So keep on doing what you're doing. Be patient with yourself, and don't let others, rush you through this healing process. Don't overcomplicate or overthink things, and really work on grounding yourself. I feel like once you kind of give yourself that sense of peace and that slow down, you'll really realize how much you were limiting yourself. or letting others limitate you. So I'm going to leave it at that, collective number 3. If this resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments. I love to read them. They give me chills. You can give the video a like, or if you subscribe, you can vote on what videos I post next. So thank you guys so much. I will see you next time. Hello, collective number 4. If you chose this pile, obviously this is your reading. So I'm actually going to be flipping over all the oracle cards first, which is a little bit different than how I've been reading in the past. But I will do that, and then we will intuitively pick a tarot deck just to get some more details. These will be pretty broad since they're all oracle cards, so if you feel like it clicks with you, awesome. If you feel like it's just not on pace with you, go ahead and choose a different pile. It may fit more to your needs. So pile number 4, what is your overall energies right now? We have number 39, acceptance. Adds up to a 12, compounds down to a 3. We have fire dragon, burns up the lower energies around you. You are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. This is actually the cover art as well for this deck, so a very significant card. We also have stand still, followed by fortitude, which is lady's mantle. A lot of orange is coming through here so far, and brown. So root chakra, sacral chakra, as well as solar showing. We also have dance. Do something to shift your vibration. This is a very clear message in your cards so far. Followed by number 10, authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Throat chakra energy. We also have servant, more purple energy, like the throat chakra, crown chakra matching up as well. We'll read more of that later. And number 20, sacrifice. A very common theme showing up here. So, collective number 4. I feel that you guys have spent a lot of time and energy for other people. Maybe it wasn't reciprocated or appreciated, whatever it may be. With this servant energy and authenticity, you guys are dedicated people who are willing to show up for others in need, or just, be there for other people. Maybe you feel like it's time for you to start showing up for yourself more. I feel like this is kind of in the past too. And with the 20, sacrifice, maybe you guys sacrificed a lot again of your time and energy, your efforts, went towards other people or their goals, their aspirations. Maybe you weren't really focused on what it was that you were trying to accomplish in the meantime, or just, doing small things for yourself. And it was a very selfless act too. With this authenticity, I feel like that's just, who you are as a person. It could be within your nature to just really care for others and then put your own needs and wants on the back burner. And I feel like a part of you loves to do that. Maybe you live to do that. Maybe you're in the service industry, or maybe you take care of others. You're a caretaker. I feel like you're just a caring person at heart. And you're willing to sacrifice yourself for those who you love, or even give the shirt off your back to a stranger. And with this number 39, acceptance, where we're starting off at. This is just, a very humble spot to be at in life, I feel like, where you're just kind of content, perhaps, but it's almost like that you could be better. Things could be better. They're great the way they are, but I feel like you're starting to strive more for your own self-perfection, and that you can accept things in the way that they are, but then yet elaborate off of those. And this card talks a lot and this is a very big theme showing up here too, is that you guys could be more food conscious, health conscious about what it is that you are putting into your body, fueling your body, or products that you are using. With the fire dragon, burns up the lower energies around you. Now, I was hearing burning calories. So for some of you, you could be working out more. You could just be sweating more than normal. So maybe you're not even working out and you're burning those calories in your sleep. Who knows? Or maybe just in bed in general. That could be somewhere that maybe you're getting a little bit more of a libido in, if that's the correct term. We also have here stand still. Now this is where that overactive burning through the cities kind of energy takes a slowdown, where you could have been living really fast paced in life and things are finally starting to slow down a little bit more, where you're able to focus more on yourself. Okay, so you're kind of stepping more out of this outside serving energy and looking more inward and really trying to catch up with things on yourself. Be very careful that you are not pushing yourself too far too fast, whether that's with stretching, or just like moving too fast in life in whatever direction. Okay, make sure you're doing your stretches, you're taking things step by step, setting little what are they called, checkpoints or whatever. We also have with this fortitude ladies mantle. So this does talk about going on a really long divinely guided life path and being open to whatever spirit really throws in your way. I feel like you're trying to tap into your intuition as far as which direction it is that you're leading in life right now, because perhaps in the past you were always more focused on other people's direction and projection in life, and now you're really sitting down with yourself, being honest and accepting with where it is that you want to go or where it is you have been. And I feel like you're feeling very optimistic. Yes, you are still kind of, I feel like there's getting a little bit of impatientness for some of you. And there is a way for you to move through that energy, especially if you're feeling anxious. With this dance card, make sure you're using your body right now physically to move through whatever energies it is that you're experiencing. And now maybe working out or moving your body in some sort of fashion isn't really your thing. There's still a way to creatively flow through these energies. It says do something to shift your vibration, more importantly. And I feel like there's not only been a shift in your vibration, but a shift in your focus, more importantly. For some of you, you could want to step into like a parental role. That could be expanding your family. Maybe you're inviting a new fur baby into your house, or maybe it has scales, feathers. Maybe some of you are getting new pets or actually welcoming in like any kind of newborn. And for some of you, you could be in the early stages of that. I'm getting that some people have cravings. With this acceptance card, you're just now finally accepting, like, damn, I'm really out here expecting. For others of you, you could be along the way where you have to stand still. Maybe you can't move around as much. Maybe you are more bedridden. And that could be really difficult for you to work through as far as moving your energies. And I'm getting some of you even dancing or moving, swaying and such can really, of course, help that with pregnant ladies. Enough about pregnant ladies, because there could be some masculines watching the video. But wow, I'm getting a lot of you guys could definitely be in that motherly role where things could also be, you could already have children. Maybe things are just slowing down. There's more routine in the day. It gives a little bit more time for you to, sit in your own energies. Thank God. Now, let's try to get some other messages here, because for the most part, if you're not in that parental role, I feel like this is just more to do with your own personal projection in life. Do you have a 4-year plan? And do you know like what it is that you're working on right now. A lot of you guys could just be like, maybe you weren't really focused on anything. You were just kind of living life day by day, really taking in the moments and just, wow. I wish I had that level of comfort. I feel like you guys were really just able to live in your own energies. Maybe you were single, independent. I feel like that could be changing for some of you. And for others of you, I feel like you could just be slowing down whatever kind of lifestyle that you were in. And there could be a little bit of like residual energies that you picked up along the way that weren't really yours, that you're learning to kind of separate and shake off with this dance card. And now you're just kind of setting your sights forward. This is kind of how pile number 1 showed up, was just very general, flowy energies. So we are going to tap into some tarot cards to get the details, and I'm going to go and select a deck. So I chose the Pirate Tarot, and I did actually, I forgot to read this card, the Servant card, and it says delight in serving others with a free and loving heart, which is kind of what we covered earlier. Now the shadow attributes of this card also says using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. And now it doesn't have to be, that harsh, but for some of you, you could have felt that way where maybe you did lack a certain sense or level of financial stability that did not allow you to move forward in the directions of life that you wish to, especially with this dance card and the fortitude. I feel like there's probably always been a destination or a certain level for you to reach, but there could have been some standstills, especially within, oh my gosh, the last 2 years. If you're watching this as it's been posted, there's obviously been some standstills. There could still be some kind of holdback from you either going out and doing what it is that you love and want to do with the dance card. But I feel like if you are still stuck, especially if it's stuff outside of your control and your circumstances, you're really, really doing well at keeping yourself grounded and open to this acceptance of just the flow and the development of the life around you right now. And putting a cease to the lower vibrational energies that have shown up, stagnant water attracts flies and shit. So I feel like you guys are really nitpicking and canceling out all that stuff that's showing up that really isn't yours, okay? It's just kind of a product of your environment. If that makes sense, okay? I hope that makes sense. Especially with this sacrifice card to show up, you guys had to give up a lot. And maybe you had to miss a lot of opportunities that would have came to you within, the last time period of your life. I'm getting for some of you, you could work in the food industry. For some of you, you could be dancers, performers. You could just be someone who's into more of creative arts. I feel like a lot of you guys could have had to switch occupations just in general. And I feel like no matter where you guys went, no matter what you guys sacrificed, you were still successful on some sort of level. And I feel like that's just because you show up every single day as your authentic self as much as you can. And this is really what brings you prosperity, not even in a financial measurable amount. This is just pure, and I feel like good karma, just by the way that you treat and approach other people. And I feel like if people were to see you in your natural element, they're so drawn to you with the dance card and the authenticity, the acceptance. People see you as just so open and accepting that a lot of people may want to be your acquaintance, be your friend. A lot of people may decide to take advantage of your energy, and that's so unfortunate. Ugh. But that's where we live and we learn, right? We'll get a couple of tarot cards to clarify your guys' energy. Just getting a couple of scraps here. collective number 4. What is their current energies? What is collective number 4? Current energies. We have the Devil card. So finances are definitely really strong for you guys right now. The Devil's ruled by Capricorn, which is more of like an occupational, long-term business plans and such. So I feel like you guys could feel like there's definitely this opposing figure surrounding your life. Whether it's a particular person that you're no longer serving, that maybe you're no longer working for this person, you're no longer letting this entity, whether it's a person or not, dictate your value or your trajectory in life. Very important. You guys are definitely burning through this energy. And if you feel like you are still stuck in that rut, this is me here telling you that you have the potential and power to just go beyond this lower vibrational energy. You just gotta find what your niche is and what really gets you into your groove and out of yucky energy. Trust me, one day it might be one thing and the next day it could be a completely different healing process. We also have the 5 of Swords. Wow, I'm getting a lot of you two are going through a lot of mental health as well. She's like slightly exposed in this picture, but yeah, she's all alone on this island. Like her team is all the way back there, but yet she's already conquering this land on her own. That's kind of a weird message, but we'll get a couple more cards to clarify. Woof. I see some of you guys trying to drink it away. That's not gonna work. You guys may be the servant, or you could be having someone serve you. Hopefully it's not any papers, because the Devil could definitely show up in that way. There could be a lot of legalities going on around your life, whether that's like, I'm hearing insurance claims, insurance fraud, people trying to cut corners, hide the truth. Ugh. Now, it's not all meant to be negative energies. We're going to get a couple more cards. We have the Knight of Wands. Again, there's still this passion and this drive that you guys are holding on to, that whatever it is that you're working through, you're going to get through it. You know it. You can do it. I know it even too. But this is still having that passion and desire. So whatever it is that could have like sparked your interest in the past, I feel like you had to take a little bit of a step away. Maybe you're trying to return to these things that used to make you feel alive, you know, and feel that spark for life. I feel like you could have lost your zest a little bit, and now you're just really sitting down in a very healthy, grounded perspective, reevaluating how you can get there or how you can incorporate this into your life. We have the Hermit card, which is Virgo, all about going on that inner search. Wow, okay, so for some of you, I feel like you really lost yourself for a moment. For maybe even like a split moment, you could have felt like you lost your sense of direction, your purpose. And I'm hearing that was a part of it was a death to your ego in a really profound way. And it's different for everyone. These are general readings, but it's almost like you lost a part of yourself that you never even really needed. And at first it could have, at one point in time, it could have been something that was of really important value and almost even started to put a sense of purpose in purpose and value, like, on your life, but I'm getting, like, in an unauthentic way, if that is. It could have been way, like, superficial. I don't know if this is your energy or other people, because I do feel like there's either one person or, like, someone in particular that does feel definitely just absolutely cut out of your life. Like, you, I don't want to say abandon them, but someone could definitely feel like on the outside looking in. And we also have the Magician card. You guys are definitely in a crossroads in your life, is what I feel like. I feel that some of you, when your focus could have been, you know, more focused in the 3D, and that's absolutely okay. Sometimes we do need to focus more on our finances, working on the grind, and surviving. And I feel like you guys were definitely in that mode for quite some time, that now you're starting to hit a different pace and spot in life where your focus is now maybe changing a little bit more. And it's very, very powerful. With the Magician card, again, there's a lot of choices to be made right now with how you are going to use your gifted energies. And how are you going to use, what is the word? I don't want to say your possessions. You know, maybe even like the tools that you have around you. What are you going to do with your... I can't think of the word. You know how that feels? Even if you don't have a lot of money, because it kind of seems like that was what was the driving factor. Maybe you were just kind of going through the 3D world, focusing on that stuff. Even if you don't have a lot right now, you can still go far and accomplish so much beyond material value, okay? And I feel like that's kind of the lesson that is being incorporated, especially if you're trying to put a tangible number or labels on certain things that are meant to be more free-flowing. I'm just getting to that a lot of you guys could be relocating, because I feel like there was one person or place, thing, a corporation, a business, something that had you committed and just in that energy. Your heart could have been in the right place. Maybe even, you know, everything was fine and dandy, but spirit's almost like, okay, we are done with this chapter. We're kind of closing things out. Now we're going to give you a bunch of options. And so how you are dealing with the hand that you have been dealt right now is opening up a lot of doors and portals for you guys, pile number 4. So this is, you know, pretty vaguely broad, but this is oh my god, if I could talk. This is a general reading, okay? And if you want more of a sense of direction, I am more than happy to deliver for you. Please let me know. If you want a personalized readings, we can definitely dive into these energies and how you can manifest more of the direction that you want in life right now. Maybe you need help choosing between these options, or how to deal with the options you've been given with what you got. Whatever it is that you guys decide to choose, I feel like you may leave a part of yourself behind in the past, but there's definitely, it's something that you don't need. There's definitely a lot to be released here still for you guys, pile number 4. And a lot of it has to deal with materialistic labels, if you will. Maybe it's your occupation. Maybe it's how much money you have in the bank, the house you live in, the car you drive. That stuff was like only temporary. And I feel like you guys knew that, but I feel like you're no longer sitting in that energy. Especially if it had to do anything with your mental health or your physical health. You're really working on that more from a different angle from a more energetic level, and it looks like that is serving you much more, especially if you're able to work on that stuff with more passion with this dance card, instead of this is how it should be, this is what is expected of me, this is what society expects, what my family, my significant other, what I expect from myself. Instead, you're turning it into more of a spiritual journey, which could definitely help lighten the load for you and also make you more successful in your endeavors, especially if you're chasing more of your passion rather than chasing what will make you more money. But either way, you guys are being very truthful to yourself and also very accepting and gentle, and that is what is going to help you flow more easily through this portal that I feel like is opening for all of the collectives. That is kind of why this is a really broad messages. I just wanted to check in with each of the collectives to see where we're at as a channel. I've been gone for like 2 months, making sure that I'm working on myself and inviting new energies in as the channel begins to grow. So it makes me very, very blessed and happy to see that you guys are also stepping through those transformative states too. These challenges are not easy. A lot of this does seem superficial, but at the same time, you guys are on track with your spiritual guidance, maybe even focusing a little bit more on your own personal energies and doing more of what you love. Not letting your past define you, in that the people, places, and energies that you've had to release were never really truly a part of us anyways. They could have just been a part of the 3D experience. And that can be really hard, especially when it comes to like people and things that we just loved most that we've had to sacrifice. Missed opportunities. But I feel like you won't be missing them in the future. So I am going to leave this here pile number 4. Maybe a lot of people didn't select this pile, so that could definitely make it really general. But I hope it resonated with you. If you drew any conclusions from this, please let me know in the comments. You can give the video a like, or if you subscribe, you can vote on what videos I post next over on my community page here on YouTube. So thank you so much, collective number 4. I will see you next time. Hello, collective number 5. If you chose the final pile, we are at your reading, and I am going to be flipping over all of the oracle cards first, and then based off the energetic signature, I will be intuitively choosing a tarot deck just to get a couple of details regarding these energies. So, collective number 5, how are you guys showing up? We have number 49, relaxation. We have earth and water dragon, creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. A lot of blues coming through so far. We also have success. Okay, this is a pretty dark card, but we also have a pocket of protection with yarrow. We have answer the call. It did come out in the reverse. What is your soul calling you to do or to not do in this case? A lot of strong discernment is coming through. More blue. Number 31, trust. I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust, my faith endures. We also have mentor, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. We also have number 13, greed. And we had 2 cards come out for this deck as well, for this collective. And then we also have number 6, warrior. Okay, so in the current state, with the first card coming out as relaxation, I feel like you guys have finally reached a long-deserved break, a time of rest, rejuvenation. Even if you are still working yourself to the bones, okay, you could be setting aside more time for you to relax, point blank. Whether that's doing small things that you enjoy that slow down your breathing, bring you more down to earth. Maybe you are trying to get more sleep. This could also be your sign that you need more TLC, some time to relax, lay back, and just let the day pass you by, okay? Whew. And I feel like you guys, this seems to be more of this past energy. We'll tap more into that. But in the current state, again, with the earth and water dragon, it's very grounded. You know, when you think of earth and water, I think of a stream. We could just sit there for hours and let the water roll by over the rocks, okay? And it says, creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Maybe you guys are finally getting a payoff or seeing the fruits of your labor. Congratulations. I'm also getting like a very big parental vibe is coming through too. So take those messages as they resonate. And if it's not for you, just, you know, tune out for a little second. But we also have success. So clearly you guys are doing something right. And if you feel like, man, I can't do anything right now, this is just your green light, okay? The way that you've been moving through your own challenges and through your own energies, it seems like you guys read really well for yourself where it is that you're supposed to move forward, especially day to day. You know, I might get a lot of stuff done today, but tomorrow I'm just gonna sit on my phone and do whatever. Or like, you know, judging your energy day by day, you guys have been really successful in managing yourself and your own energies lately. We also have this pocket of protection. So spirit and your angels, your guidance, have definitely been trying to keep you in this own little protected bubble even. So I feel like you guys aren't really letting other people's energies inflict you as much as maybe you're usually letting in. So you're setting really, really good boundaries. And for some of you, I'm getting that this could be between your work life and your home life. You know, you could still be working a lot of hours, but when you get home, you could leave work at the door, okay? And we also have answer the call. This came out in the reverse. So for some of you, when it came out in the reverse, I got that a lot of you guys could be like not answering your phone. You could be very notorious for that. You know, after you leave the office, you can't reach them, okay? Also, for some of you who are parents, I feel like you could be starting to see your babies grow. Maybe they are reaching certain milestones with the earth and water. The nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. You know, you could have worked really hard to raise your kid, and so now that they're able to walk on their own, it's a huge accomplishment. You know, you don't have to carry them as often. Maybe they're learning speech, developing those kinds of thoughts and development, I don't know, but it's just like big milestones that you could be seeing something that you worked really hard on, whether it's in your occupation, in your family, even your own personal endeavors. And it's almost becoming a little bit more independent, and I feel like that's freeing up more time for you to really recharge and refill up your own cup so that it may runneth over and fill upon others. And I feel that, you know, you guys had great success with this. I really, really hope this resonates for you guys. And I feel like Spirit's just kind of, again, been really protective over these energies just because of how pure they are. And this is something that's within each and every one of us. And I feel that if you feel out of touch with maybe your own beliefs, You know, if you're into any kind of spirituality, if you identify with any kind of religion, that stuff is going to really start to speak to you more clearly now. I feel like you're becoming a little bit more receptive. Perhaps you could have been really go in the last couple of weeks, months, whatever, that you kind of had your head stuck in with whatever you were occupied with, that now you're just getting even a moment of stillness. And I feel like it's really pulling you in a new direction in life. Perhaps you're seeing new possible future opportunities and possibilities, whether you're seeing that in yourself or in others. And you guys had this trust and this mentor coming out. And it says passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So a lot of people really look up to you guys. They trust you. And I feel like you guys could have family, friends, people in your life that you share this energy with, that you could probably open up to and have very deep, full, honest conversation. This is a very divine connection that you could have with someone. And I feel like this is meant to teach you a lot as well. And I feel like that's just kind of what's taking you back onto path with maybe more of your religious and spiritual pursuits in this lifetime. And this is also where I got that message kind of about, for those of you who do have children, or maybe you have pets who are finally learning how to do certain commands or tricks or obedience. And perhaps you're working on your own self-obedience or your own, what's the term? Your self-discipline. That's what it was. And I feel like that's because you guys have been working really, really, really hard, that now that you get a moment to relax, you're like, damn, I've been running the show since day one, okay? And you definitely have a big boss kind of energy with the mentor card, with this greed and warrior. Don't take this too much for its face value, but greed is just someone who has their eyes set on the prize and will do whatever it takes. They will put in whatever hours, you know, within reason, to get what it is that they need to accomplish. And you guys definitely hit some kind of milestone. If you're not there yet, this is very near and dear to you right now. So just keep on working and do what you gotta do, but make sure that when you do get that downtime, that you are doing what it is that refuels you the most. Even if that's just lounging around, because your physical body may need a break right now. Especially if you just gave birth. Dang. Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm getting someone likes to sew or knit. Do your thing. There could be a talent or ability, a hobby that someone taught you how to do. Maybe you were even self-taught and your mentor is someone just here on YouTube. The matter of fact is that you're still able to relate to these people. Other people are viewing you as extremely relatable with this trust card, that a lot of people could be wanting to socialize with you at the moment, but you may be turning down a lot of text messages, a lot of invites with this answer the call in reverse. Use your discernment, and I feel like it's well needed right now, that you just may need to spend a couple of nights at home in your own energies, relaxing, doing whatever it is that winds you down. There's a real sense of stability here too, with all this success and, you know, determination coming through. It's like you guys, I'm getting really big Sagittarius energy here, is that you're always pushing yourself to your limits, striving forward day after day, that you forget to stay completely grounded and just take a moment to see where you currently are and how far you've come, all that kind of stuff. In this first line says, I am safe, I am secure. So a lot of you guys could have finally reached a sense of financial stability to some extent. You could be due for a vacation. Holla. And also the last line in here says, my faith endures. My faith endures. I feel like you guys are just either, you go to like church one Sunday and like that seminar, whatever they call them, just really speaks to you, speaks volumes to you. Look into it. Keep a journal about that kind of stuff as well. And if something's not growing at the speed that's expected of it, because there's a pepper in this picture, give that some time because it's just not ready for harvest yet. Make sure you're staying in that trustful energy that things will unveil themselves when they are ready. They will show up and they will blossom and they will bloom. Things are being very protected around you in your space right now. So everything's just kind of on divine timing in that sense. And I feel like your spirituality is really just blossoming. And I feel like that's just because you're at a very comfortable spot in life right now. I don't know, you guys are just getting perhaps intuitive hits on something. So you could be like, all right, so now what? That's almost even the question. And so that could have you guys searching out for teachers. Maybe you're ready to learn more, experience more. So who's going to help you do that? A lot of you guys could be looking up to like people in your spiritual or religious community, like any kind of study groups you have, any other people in your collective and stuff like that. People who just share similar values with you. And I feel like that's what you really want to do. You kind of just want to sit back right now, relax, and just talk about life and talk about like really profound things. You could have a really good conversation with people right now. And that's so mundane to say, but I don't know. I feel like this conversation that needs to be said is really going to do a lot for you and other people involved with this energy. That one conversation could lead to a whole nother business plan. It could lead to a whole different understanding and paint a whole new picture of who it is that stands in front of you. Hearing about stories of people's past or just stuff like that. It's very, very big. And with this greed card coming out and the warrior here, really just goes hand in hand with your perseverance to get whatever it is in life that you were chasing after, whatever you're in pursuit of right now. For some of you, I'm getting as if you reached that milestone materialistically, that what next is that push to keep fighting and also keep exploring more of your spiritual calling in this life rather than your 3D occupation. For a small part of you, there could have been some kind of strife here with this greed and the warrior. I feel like someone around you could have wanted more either from you or just in general, and there could have been a little bit of friction there. But honestly, it feels so minimal. That I'm not even really seeing it much. I feel like this is just totally pertaining to you. If you are in a family dynamic, because we did have all this stuff showing up again about like growth and development, it seems like this is a power couple. So those of you guys who are in personal relationships right now, because I'm not seeing it showing up really anywhere else. We have the trust out here. This is a very blessed connection as well, that you guys have your priorities in alignment. Perhaps you have your eyes set on the same goal of what life is to look like here and now, and also, next year, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, okay? The same values are there. Now, the way of approaching those may be a little bit different. They could also be a little bit more conflicting. One person may want to jump from one stage to the other, when realistically, I feel like it takes a little bit more work and fine-tuning than just purchasing a home and becoming a family. It takes a lot more than just that. Okay, so these are your overall energies. I'm going to intuitively pick a deck and we'll get a couple of details. Okay, collective number 5. I chose the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Your reading seems a little bit traditional to me. That's not a bad thing. But we are going to just get a couple of details on your current energies. So Spirit, give us a couple of details regarding collective number 5's energies right now. Wow. Blah. So this is a mess. So the 7 of Cups try to come out. I'm not going to lay this down, but I feel like there's a lot on your guys' to-do list. Maybe this is just any ordinary day for you, that there's always just seems a lot to be accomplished. And I feel like you guys have the potential to accomplish quite a bit in this lifetime as well. And I'm hearing that you have several different spiritual life purposes. Now, which one it is that you want to focus on right now is hard for you to kind of pinpoint, but you do feel like there are a lot of responsibilities given to you in this lifetime. You guys are definite leaders in this collective, for sure. Success is innate to you. Perhaps your own existence has been a battle within its own, and you are here to join me today. Alright, we're going to get a couple of cards. We got the 5 of Wands, very active energies. This could have been what led to your period of rest. Perhaps you've been spending a lot of time just socializing in social groups that you just could use a day or a weekend on your own, just to Netflix and chill. Again, the 10 of Swords, which is a very lay down energy. You guys just seem a little bit exhausted to a certain extent. We have the 6 of Wands. Again, other people, they're still like go, 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 and you are trying to change your own pace, and everyone's still just trying to cheer you on forward. Keep going. You can do this. But you, I feel like, are definitely needing to set certain boundaries. Stop checking your emails for an hour or something and kind of go on your own little stroll. You could need to get out of the house, get away from the kids for even just 1 hour. Go get your hair done, your nails done. Go get your car washed, detailed. Do what you gotta do. Go golfing. I don't know, whatever it is that parents do. I wouldn't know. Give me one more card. I guess I'll take 2 more cards. It's for collective number 5's energies. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, there is a sense of, with this answer the call, what is your soul calling you to do in this Wheel of Fortune? You guys have the potentials to really go in any direction that you want right now. And I feel like you could be searching for that calling, that mentor and that trust, that sense of purpose. Because, you could already know what it is that's right in front of you, the things that you've been working on, you've been focused on. You could just be looking for something new to help keep you, interested and moving forward right now. And I feel like you guys have a lot of options. I feel like you also have the potential to learn a lot of hands-on skills and abilities. Something that may not require as much physical movement. Something that maybe you could do from your couch or from your bed. Also, too, with this Six of Wands in the Wheel card, this is still that forward progress, forward movement, growth, cognitive abilities, and agility, if you will. Give me a couple more cards. I won't take that one. For collective number 5. And we also have the Three of Swords, the infamous heart chakra energy. So, if you take this for face value, people are like, oh, heartbreak, pain. In realistic value, this card also represents just the most fulfilling, loving energy that can ever be experienced in our human form, which is also pain and sorrow being lifted from our chest and feeling forgiveness, understanding energy. The clouds, they're not necessarily raining in this photo. They're also evaporating. They're leaving. They're lifted. The storm has passed. So I feel like you guys could definitely be taking things up to the next level when it comes to perhaps your own relationships, or even with family members. With this mentor and trust coming out, you could really be healing family connections, friendships, or deepening and strengthening any and all of those bonds. And I feel like a lot of those people that you are working through that stuff with, the fact that the Six of Wands and the Wheel card is here, this is also representative of past life energy. People that you've ventured and traveled with in the past. People who have always been on your team, cheering you forward, watching you succeed, and also watching you fail in equal respect, okay? Which is just a very lovely energy. And I feel like you guys also just really need a self-care break more than anything. And it could hurt you that you could definitely, there's some guilt there that you could feel a little bit selfish that you need this time alone. Or you could feel guilty like, damn, my kid's annoying. They get like that though. We all get like that. So, you know, don't feel bad about that kind of stuff. You definitely are overdue and deserve a time to catch your breath. And I feel like there is a next level of trust that you're gaining with someone, either as a friend with a platonic relationship, or this could be within your own intimate relationships as well. There could be a really laid back and easy conversation that comes about, that somehow the right things are said and done to really bring to light the pureness of your connections. And I feel like that could happen with any day strangers, co-workers. People are already really respecting you. So if you perhaps even open up about what it is that you're going through in life right now, no matter what, even if you need a break, people will really respect that, I feel like. Also, your energies is trying to figure out what that heart calling is. Because I feel like you guys are go-getters and achievers, leaders, mentors of your own, that one chapter is really closing. And I feel like it was a very near and dear experience that you had with this protection card. It was almost like certain things are going to be too good to be true, it seems like. And you really appreciate that. And that could almost be why you don't want to admit that it was a lot of work and hard to carry, that you could need a little bit of a break. But you're ready to move on to the next thing, you guys. You are phenomenal. So whatever it is that you find that sparks your passion and your drive, your zest for life, start going for it. Even look out for other people to help you find what it is that you're searching for, or people that can teach you certain things that you are interested in, because you two could have completely different ways of approaching the matter, and you both come out with your own individual signatures. I don't know what it is I'm trying to say, but that is all I'm getting for you guys, collective number 5. These were pretty general readings. I've been gone for 2 months, so I really just wanted to check in on the collectives to see where everyone's at and where the channel should be heading here in the near future. And I am so proud to say that everyone seems to really be closing up chapters that were really difficult to move through, man. And we're ready for the next step. That's really awesome. So I'm so proud of you guys, collective number 5. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And if you like the video, you can go ahead and like it. Or if you subscribe, you can vote on what videos I post next here on YouTube on my community page. So I do offer personalized readings as well. If you want more details into your own energies and where you're being called to next, let me know in the description box. Email me and I will be proud and happy to deliver for you. So thank you so much. I will see you next time.